Okay, so the next thing which we have is your Surah split after Beetle's reaction. Kaushal, have you also done Beetle's reaction? Kaushal is not done.
Well, ma'am?
Have you written this people's reaction?
No, ma'am. I just taken a screenshot. I will write it later.
So, okay, so you are supposed to complete this, okay? People's reaction. Take a screenshot quickly.
Ma'am, I was eating.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have taken the screenshot.
Okay. So this is your Swadeshi and boycott. We discussed that, after this, we just studied that after this partition of Bengal, there was a birth of two things. What are the birth of? So that is what they're saying, that our nation is free with the trunk, that is Swadeshi, and two branches, that is we have Swaraj. We want independence, we want non-violence way, but we have two ways of taking that independence, that is through Swadeshi movement or through boycott. This comes in your exam in ICSE 6 years, I guess, 6 to 7 years, I'm not very sure which year. Okay, 6 to 7 years before they gave the question like this. That is, they drew and they said it that this and this explain. Okay, so how would you explain? So this is Swaraj, our tree, trunk is Swaraj, this is Swadeshi, and this is boycott. How would you explain? Anyone? Explain, justify. 2 marks. Okay. You can there the definitions, you can.
Swadeshi means freeze the and Swaraj controls both the.
Swaraj
both
means
of the
doesn't control. Swaraj means independent. Self-government. To self-government, it may that is what assert is. Which are the two types of leaders we have? Moderates and are we clear? Don't use the word extremist. It's not there in the textbook. Assertive and assertive. Moderates and assertive. You can just put this tree trunk in your notebook. Later on, I'll ask you to justify. Just the tree trunk.
Do we have to leave the space?
Huh? Yeah, just write 2 lines. So you can say this, who started with this? Swaraj, Swadeshi, boycott, trunk thing, Bal. Simple way. Just draw a tree on the trunk, mark Swaraj, one side Swadeshi, one side boycott. Finished. Quickly, done? Can we proceed further? Yes. Just write Tilak, okay, in front of that. Comes. I think you can explain on your own words later.
Yes.
Simple?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the role of this?
Swaraj means no rule. Swaraj means independence. Shall I? Do you know the meaning of Swadeshi boycott? I said it. I know. You know it. Okay, so you can see Surat split. So this Surat split, you can just draw this. Surat split happened in 1907 and write on the heading Surat split, and then you can draw it as a split. Kaushal, I hope you're doing all these things.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so put it as a division. Here, yes, please.
Ma'am, he's talking in my hand.
So you write down INC, Indian National Congress, guys. So write down early nationalists, early, and write down, quickly write down. If it's disturbing you, you can sit there. Early, assertive. Early means moderates. Okay, early nationalists, assertive nationalists. And I know your written textbook says early, so I'm just going with early, but technically it means moderates. So how can you interpret this? Come on, interpret it for me. Surat split. What are they saying? What happened in the split? What happened in the Surat? Exactly. Why did they split?
Due to the different ideologies.
Due to the different opinion, due to the different ideologies. You will always remember Surat split? Yes. What happened? So they will just say what is Surat split. So you can say that it's INC, that is in 1907, because they both were part of INC, early nationalists and the later this certain people. Both split. This is what Surat split. Easy? Now into the details of Surat split. Okay. What do early nationalists want? What's their demand? Swadeshi and to be restricted to Bengal only. Only. They said, it's a very simple thing. They said, you have problems with Bengal being split, right? You have issues with Britishers. We don't have any issues with Britishers, moderate said. I don't have Britishers. I don't have any problem. I want the British rule to be there. They said, you really want this Swadeshi and boycott thing to come up? Because that's what the birth of after partition of Bengal, the birth of Swadeshi and boycott was there. You really, excuse me, you really want this birth, you really want this thing to come up in public? Don't bring it in the rest of India, bring it only in Bengal. That was the demand. But assertive said it, no, we want to extend it to the rest of India because we don't trust them. You understand the opinion difference? First. Second, early nationalists and what did they do? Cleared the differences and together opposed the partition of Bengal. That's happened in Calcutta in 1906. At the Calcutta, then Dadabhai Nauroji, what was happened where Dadabhai Nauroji, what did he become? Which post? Yes. At Calcutta. They ask you, when did the Dadabhai Nauroji took up the post of presidency of INC? Where, which session? Calcutta session. What is the other thing which happened in Calcutta? Second point. They said, the assertive nationalists said, and the early nationalists said, even early people had problem with partition of Bengal, even assertive had problem with partition of Bengal. Even though we don't, our opinions don't match, but we are together in this. Right?
1906, so that means it was before this.
Actually, you know, in history, you will not get the exact years ever. Just the interpretation they made it. But it's something which is happening, you know, side by side. But we go with the dates. It's you around now. Clear? Now just write down in your notebook, Surat split. Write down the first, second, third. You can write it down like this also. You take a call how you want it. Your comfort. Write down the three differences, Surat split, 1907. Rest
On
of
the
the-
national, yes, at the national. Right now.
Let me know if you can proceed further. Everyone? Shall I? Who's that? So in your scope, it's mentioned that the brief mention of the Surah split of 1907 will come in your exam. Okay, so
Ma'am, can you explain the second point?
yes, please. So what happened was, so there was this discussion when this thing was happening. That is when they got together. So there was this discussion between assertives and early nationalists that, why are you spreading? Why are you not restricting the Coalition world or the Bengal? So during this discussion only, they resolved the differences. They resolved the differences. They spoke about it, they discussed about it. And when they resolved the differences, the final resolution of those differences was passed in the Calcutta session. That was in 1906. So when we say Surah split 1907, that doesn't mean that all these things were happening in 1907. A split happened in 1907. However, these things were going on after the partition of Bengal. Okay, so whenever we say that, this is just a process. and the actual thing happened in 1907. Does it make sense to you, Kaushal?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is what they did. So you also need to add one more line in the second point. So here, I've just mentioned that they cleared the differences together or both parties not involved, right? So just add a point over there. However, the dispute between the two wings of the Congress, two wings, you understand? Which are the two wings of Congress? Certain actions, very good. However, the dispute between two wings of the Congress on the issue of Swaraj, Swadeshi and national education was not resolved. You can see this in the new textbook of page number 49. You can see the second paragraph on page number 49 that says the dispute, fifth line, the dispute between the two wings. Please underline it. This is important. I missed out in my presentation because this was for understanding. Yeah. So if you see Surat Split of 1907, if you go to the second paragraph, the bigger paragraph or second paragraph, so it says early in the nationalists asserted stand their differences. Can you find that? Early and the asserted nationalists stand their differences. Then you see the fourth line, the dispute between the two wings of the Congress on the issue of Swadeshi Swaraj national education was not resolved. Everything was resolved, but this was not resolved. Okay, and you can also see you have already written that finally Dadabhai Naoroji became the president. And I would suggest write down the fourth point also. Just write down fourth. Please underline Dadabhai declared that Swaraj is self-government. Underline it, then write it down. Dadabhai declared that Swaraj is self-government as it was in Canada and Australia would be the goal of Indians. Are you able to find it? Yes. So we need to write this. Yes, please. One second. So all these things are I'm just trying to. What I'm trying to explain is that after these four things happened, just to make it clear, I think you asked me 1906, 1907, something. Somebody asked me from here. You? Yeah. So let me just clear it up. This is all happening before Surat Split actually happened. Okay, it's a process to Surat Split. So that's why it's written 1906, 1906 everywhere. Can you see 1906 over here? Yes, third, as you can see 1906 over here. Yes. So all these things happened and then there was a split of 19 at Surat. Okay, so that was my last point. So I'm just telling you first to write down the fourth point. I gave you the fourth point in the textbook. Yes. What is the fourth point? Please write it down before we get confused. Write it down quickly. Let her write. Guys, write it down in short, quickly. Have you written it? Yes, yes. Yeah. So what did they declare? Dadabhai Naoroji declared. And then after this, you're supposed to write it. The differences, however, the differences between the two sections continued. And it surfaced in the next session in 1907 at Surat. Got it? So it started with 1906 process and it ended up in the difference. But if somebody asks you what was the reason for the Surat split, you can mention all these things. But technically, if you ask, if it comes in 1 mark question, so you have to mention it was a division between the assertives and the early nationals. Okay. This is the 1 point answer. 1 mark answer. But 3 marks this one. Kaushal, I hope you are writing everything.
Yes, ma'am. I have written also. Yes, ma'am, I'm writing. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, I heard it. Thank you. And use your common sense. Who was expelled from the Congress after this? Do you think so? Early will go? Remember this thing, INC is formed by early people. You can never throw them out. Never. Early people will always be there. You have issue, you can't work as for me, you leave. That's a technology. Okay? Technical. So this is happening. That fourth point. Now fifth point, write down. Have you written the differences between the two sections continued?
Yes.
Differences between the two sections continued and was surfaced in the next section, that is in Surat. When did this happen? Now write down next question under that. This comes as separate questions here. They will ask you. Who was expelled from Indian National Congress? Who was expelled from Indian National Congress? What would you write? 1 mark? Why were they expelled?
Because the opinion was formed by
Early nationalists, and their opinion was not matching. And after this, you would also find, since there were differences, okay, so as assertive proposed someone for the president. Who was that? Find out. Good. Lala Lajpat Rai, and early nationalists proposed Desh Bihari. Okay. So please write down whom did the assertives proposed? Whom did the assertives proposed and early nationalists proposed? Next question. Impact of Surat split. Impact of Surat.
Question again.
I'm sorry.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question again?
Yes, please. Something is wrong with the mic. Hold on. Is that something? Why the light is not coming? Impact of Surat split. Have you written? Yes. Batteries don't have the confidence. Why is it blinking? No batteries. Kaushal, can you hear us? Write down the next heading, impact of. It'll get over. Huh?
I can't hear you. Ma'am,
Yeah,
I
tell me.
can't hear you.
Write down impact of Surat split, and under the impact of Surat split, you need to put down from here. See the second last paragraph? Yes, underline this. It gave an opportunity to the British to exploit the situation to their advantage. Number 1.
Ma'am, I can't hear you.
Kaushal, give me a minute, okay? I'll sort it out. One. Number two, adopted a policy of concession and repression. Concession for the early and repression to the assertive. Third, underline this here first. Weaken the national. They adopted a policy of concession and repression. Third, weaken the national movement. Fourth, largely able to capture the Congress organization and the split was formalized. Write down these 4 points that we saw out for this thing. Finished?
No, ma'am.
Finished writing? Yes.
Points. Right. Because right now it's laziness, but they do not.
Kaushal, have you written? Kaushal,
Ma'am, wait, let me rejoin it.
okay. ये नहीं है दूसरा माइक.
This second round.
Finished? Impact? You need help?
Yes.
PPT शेअर झाला होता.
Is that right?
Hello, Kaushal.
Now I can hear you, ma'am.
PPT शेअर कर प्रदीप. प्रदीप.
Yeah. We'll do it now. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so this is that Surat there? Yes.
What I have to write? Ma'am,
Take Yes, Kaushal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now come to page number 47. Come to page number 47, the first page of your chapter. The first page of the chapter only talks about that Bengal. What did the Bengal include? What is the Bengal include? The center of the national.
No.
Western districts. They give you the West district, right? It has many districts. Yes, Bengal, right? You can hear me, right, Kaushal?
Yes, ma'am.
So in short, what I'm trying to say is, even if it will not come in your exam, just make a connection. Okay, so initially we just studied that, what is the Bengal all about, the various districts, had various districts and everything. And what we said, it had a center for the tide of nationalism and everything, so people were very united. And then we studied what the causes of the partition of Bengal is. When many people Okay, then we finished the causes of the partition of Bengal. Yes, causes of the partition of Bengal. What all did you discuss the causes? One cause, it was no idea. Concealed motives. What else? Split it on basis of religion. So concealed motives, actual motives. Yes, actual motives, concealed motives, and the main motive and the impact. Right? So we discussed all these things. Then we came to page number 48. Look into your textbook later on. Anti-partition movement. It's cancelled. Okay, so they started a strong, people started a strong movement. What is the movement known as? Anti-partition. Why do they want to start the protest meetings and all? Why they don't want the partition?
Because they were having partition.
Why? Sorry. Yeah, but why do you want partition? Why are they against partition? Why are you as people against partition? Yes, makes sense. Because they don't want the unity to go, right? Okay. Then people's reaction we discussed, which is that song, which became a theme and which is that song which came new. Then we discussed the impact of the anti-partition movement. Is the impact there in this book? No. Okay, so just see for your knowledge, impact. Can you see the first thing? That it obviously, now you use your common sense. It must have brought the masses together. Yes. Yes. Because it right. Second, you had this feeling of solidarity and boycott coming up because there's both of these things. Third, they lost faith in the failure of the British. They don't trust the British anymore. Fourth, because it backfired. Because God doesn't thought that nobody would get to know, however, they understood everything and it backfired for them. Here, sorry. Then we discussed Suraj Bay. 1907. Did we discuss the impact of Suraj Bay? Yes. Everyone clear the impact? Now come to the next page. A certain nationalist. Okay. Let's see what is their main method? What do they want? What do you think? What's the main method to do it? How do they achieve independence? How do they want independence? Swaraj within the British rule? No. Okay. Again, they want their own things, everything. They don't want British. They're self-reliant.
Yes.
Okay, see the causes of the rise of the assertive nationalism. If they understand the true nature of the British rule, Where you were coming, right? Second, you think so they feel the other nationalists have failed in their other things? Yes. I feel, even if you don't feel, it's not, you, in the sense, early nationalists feel they have not failed. They feel, right, in such a way. So they feel that's why there's a birth of assertives. Third, do you think so they have worsened the economic conditions, all the Britishers? Fourth, they have aroused the consciousness of Indians? Growing consciousness? Okay. Fifth, do you think so they feel there's a need for mass action? They feel there is an influence of international events? Yes. Canada and all, they also have a voice. Growth of education and employment? Yes. Ill treatment of Indians abroad? Existence of the National School of Thought? Remember the National School of Thought? Policies of repressive policy, Lord Curzon not happy with the partition of Bengal. Right? So this is how the certain nationalists came. It's not coming in the list. Mark it, please. I told you what all is coming in an exam. So now, caution. Now, what is coming here is what is coming here to have is main objective of the certain nationalist. So, what is the main objective? Immediate attainment of Swaraj. When question will come for objective, you need to write all these things. You will write number one, please write down, mark it. Immediate attainment of Swaraj, which means complete independence, not just self-government, as in colonies of Australia and New Zealand. That's number one. Number two. Number two. Get a larger share of Indians in the administration of the country and retains economic exploitation of India. Clear? Two objectives. If it comes for, if even it comes for 1 month, 3 months, whatever, you can't miss the first one, main objective. That's most important. Then you the supportive, you do this. Okay, please write down the heading. A certain national. Write down the objective, leave lines. You can write it down later. What time do I have now? 2:30. Write down objective of a certain nationalist. Right?
Can you repeat again?
Objective of the certain nationalist. Objective of the early nationalists. It's a song.
Good.
Okay. Have you left lines for this? Objective of a certain nationalist. Objective. So you can write it later. Okay. Write on the next heading. Methods of a certain nationalist. Write down the birth method. What is the first method as per you? What did we discuss? Birth of? So write down number one, Swadeshi. Read lines. Methods number one, Swadeshi. And leave 3 lines. Don't write it now. I'll do the number ones. If you want to do it. Swadeshi. The lines, write down number 2, boycott. Can you all explain all these things? Boycott, statements, no need to explain now. Number 3. See, I was discussing this with you. See, look at your boycott thing. So nation boycott are two sides of the same coin. Remember? Yes. This is the answer. But we already did it, but you can see from here. Third, national education. Write down third. Have you written the first two? Yeah, write down, my dear. First, write down Swadeshi, leave lines. Write down boycott, leave lines. Number 3, national education. Yes, write down number 4, leave 6 lines for national education. Write down number 4, passive resistance. Swadeshi boycott, you are clear. I'll explain you this. So with third, they say national education is basically about, see, what happened was that our education was totally controlled by Britishers. Right? They wanted to do the English education, Western education. They wanted to do all these things. So these people said it, that is a certain people said it, that we want to bring up our own education. We don't have problems with Western ideas, but we don't want your control on our education. So they started with this national education method, that is, we are starting with our own universities, which will be free, okay, from the government control. Obviously, those Britishers reacted to it. They said that, disciplinary action will be taken against those students who will be going for this government free things. But they said that they made it very clear this is a method for them. There's a method. The Assertives had a method of taking independence, and now we are no more controlled by you in terms of it. Simple. Easy. Okay. The fourth one, that is your passive resistance. Okay. They said we don't have a problem in asking for things. Okay. There was an image of assertives that they only believe in violence. That was the image which was created. They said we don't believe in only violence. We are absolutely okay in non-violence. Okay, we are okay with that non-violence. However, we don't believe in begging things, we believe in claiming things. If you think my claiming is leading to a non-violence thing, that's your work. Okay, so they were very clear in their approach. They said we don't love non-violence, right? We just don't want to beg because it's our country, it's our thing. We will claim it because it's fine. That's it. Are we clear the approach? Because this is known as passive resistance, which is passive. So you can see over here. So this is somewhere related to your boycott and Swadeshi. They started saying it to people, to the students, that start refusing things. Start refusing for everything, colleges, institutions, whatever things are coming up, stop refusing. Okay, because it's not your something that you have to be bound by this thing or you have to do. Or if you talk a lot. And you went there, you are also doing nothing. Okay, so the first thing, revivalism. What is revivalism? See this? That is, they wanted revive. Revive means bring back. They said our festivals, right? Our festivals, we don't have any our festivals anymore. We want to bring it back. We have to glorify our past and to glorify our actions. That's known as revivalism. Okay, so that's one of the ways to bring back your things. Second, personal sacrifices. They said that we are ready to sacrifice if it is required. Self-sacrifice, hardships, we are ready to take these things, but we will not beg for things. Third, mass involvement. They said they started influencing people through speeches, things, bringing together. If you don't influence people, you can't bring them together against the Britishers. Yeah, simple. Now look at your national education, underline the important lines. First three lines. A national scheme of education was planned to replace that of government-controlled universities and colleges. The national education. First three lines. Is underlined. Next point. Second point. Britishers government threatened to take disciplinary action against the students. They educated national universities that were free from government control. First point, first three lines. Second, each lines where the British government threatened. You see that? The British government threatened to take disciplinary action against students. National teachers educated nationally from government control. Third, efforts were also made to give education a national orientation in the vernacular languages. Clearness, national education. Fourth, number 4, passive resistance, please underline. Also non-violent resistance and vigorous political action to achieve their aims, number 1. Number 2, political rights should not be won by an organization which should not distinguish between begging rights and gaining them. Number 3, it's written over there, they believe that political rights should not be won by an organization. They believe science. Sure. Number 3, ask the people to refuse to cooperate with the government and to boycott government service. 4, encourage self-confidence and the spirit of sacrifice to achieve the goal. Then you will be writing revivalism. This is a very important topic. Questions comes like this. You may have to explain revivalism in 3 months, under 3 months. You may have to explain passive resistance under 3 months. If passive resistance comes under 3 months, you'll explain this part, passive resistance, and you will put down 1, 2, 3. If you don't put down 1, 2, 3, and you don't explain it one line, you will not get marks. Yes, but in short, because the figures are half mark each. So revivalism, you can write all these things. Revive self-respect by referring to India's past glory. That's number 1. Number 2, you can say revive the Shivaji festival. I think. And third, you can say Shivaji is national heroes whose memories can inspire. So 3 marks point, 3 marks answer. Second, personal sacrifices. You can use self-reliance, training for self-sacrifice, after hardships. Mass involvement. Propose to make freedom through mass action around the masses with the sacrifices and suffering. Is everyone clear with the passive resistance national education? Thank you for yawning. That's important. And for boycott, I think boycott you can manage. If you can't manage boycott, even then. And Swadeshi also very simple. How was the idea popularized? What does the Swadeshi mean? Marks. They asked Swadeshi for 2 marks separately. Take one of the papers. Be careful with that. Swadeshi for 2 marks. This question also came the difference between early and assertives. It's not mentioned in the scope, but it automatically becomes the chapters. What is the first difference? What do they want? What do assertives want? Yes. What do they believe in early nationalists? Which type of methods? Peaceful approach. Second, what was their approach? Assertive people? assertive voice. Third, what did they hold under the British government? Good positions. And what do they hold? Denounce what? British and fight it. Do they have faith in the British sense of justice? Yeah. Early nationalists had faith and assertive. What did they blame Britishers for? Do they receive support from masses, intelligentsia and all? From the group of people?
Yes.
From a group of people. And assertives from the masses. Who were they inspired with? Early nationalists. And what are they inspired with? The different, I think the Western philosophers like John Locke and all. Done? Can I proceed further? Yes. Achievements of assertive nationalists. Achievements will not come in your exam, but we're just seeing it. Inculcate the pride of extolling India's past, new slogans, edited newspapers, speeches, self-reliance, next page, self-reliance, total freedom from foreign rule, recall, efforts and sacrifices. Now we are left with only three things, that is three contributions of the leaders. Three contributions of the leaders. Before I proceed, I want to give you time to just finish up these things. But I'll finish this today only. Or you want me to finish this first and then go for that? How are you guys wanting? You want to see from here, written it in short. No? See, whatever you want from the textbook, you want from here. Use your keywords and write it. Don't want a full sentence, it's just the keywords. Answer waiting. Leave the identity mask. Like this. Just like this. What happened? Very strange. It's just last, just keywords. Don't write full sentence, just keywords. Keywords, there's a lot of data coming. Each very. It's always there. Right? Keywords. Start. Right. Where is how to write your board exam? Right now it's okay, but when you sit your board exam, you have the same words, you're not giving marks. You would need it. They get it wrong. Something has to be done, you need your material. Like, you take school. So you can just get a Xerox by, see wherever it is different. So that material can be easy. CGM means in CGM, right? So they are not using the main text. What are they using? It's not morning star. Sure. Let me see the content. It's a very easy book. So every year they give this book only. Morning star. That's it. Because the problem is only this, that if it has the same headings, see, if it has the same headings, it has the same keywords, then it works. In ICSE, that you can only see. If you feel that the keywords and the not the language doesn't matter. The keywords and the headings are distinct. That will be the bigger. Okay, because we haven't done much examples right now. We can break so we can check also. We take a call. I don't know if we haven't given this because it's all this morning. What times? One. What is that? Every sentence is a job. Always on. Done. You went there. Got you done? Birthday girl slept? Huh?
What, ma'am?
Done? Finished? Or you slept?
No, ma'am.
Not finished or not slept?
I'm not finished.
Not finished. Too much to write. Shall we discuss, guys? No. Wait. Don't write so much, just the words I wanted, not the sentences. Unnecessarily pain you're giving your hand. Words. One day you needed to complete all your notes. Dedicated. 24 hours. Huh? Instead of Saturday, Sunday, what do you do on Sundays? Yes. And then friends come to the family. What's your right? And go and work and you are right. Guys, let's start. You can get some, you can take some time and finish it later. It's last 20 minutes. Okay, when we you see India's trio, that is Lal Bal boys. Okay, Lal Bal and they were the main leaders of the assertives. And Lal Bal is always, it always comes in your exam. That is the assertive leaders can always write as Lal Bal. So the question also came that they wrote a sentence about Lal Bal and they asked you to justify their actions. So you should be knowing that they are the assertive leaders. Don't confuse the moderate leaders. And you can see over here, Lala Lajpat Rai. Again, your question will come. Question will come as in the two contributions of Lala Lajpat Rai. So you may choose any two. That is, he was a forceful and an educationist writer. He was a reformer, and he also had work outside India. So, what would you mention for an educationist? What did he do? Okay, national education. Which magazine did he write? Young India. Young India. And what are the names of the books? According to Young India, and he also wrote third, which newspaper did he start? And what type of social reform? Excuse me. What type of social reformer he was? What did he do? School college. He started with which society? People's Society. What does that mean? What did he do outside India? He joined the Gadar Party. Gadar Party. And he was also against Simon Commission. Simon Commission will do it later. Okay, Simon, go back and maybe you have heard about it.
Simon stays.
Simon stays. Yeah. And Simon. Okay, then who is he? Bal Gangadhar Tilak. What did he say? What was his first demand? This came in the exam. They said they gave the picture and they gave the slogan and they said identify. Why I'm saying is today you might find it easy because you've already hardly done 6 characters, right? But when you do the whole textbook and there are like 25 characters, then you need to remember this. Okay, so write it. Remember right now, I mean start learning now. Then progress and you know what to get things. This second one, what did he he changed the method. What was the method changed to? Demand for political rights. And I don't believe in 3 Ps. Who believe in 3 Ps? We don't believe in 3 Ps. We rather believe in demand for political rights. My rights. There will go. Right? Third, he organized what?
Library clubs and akhadas.
For what?
To make physical training.
Self-defense and patriotism. He preached nationalism. How?
Company
And
and
Shivani
Shivani
festivals. Newspapers, books. What did he start with? Which league? Home rule league. What is home rule league? Home rule is a league that is which is you are working from home doesn't mean that it's a literal home. It's a metaphoric statement where it says that we all are together and we're working like together work like this. This is the national as a whole. So it was started by 2 leaders, Annie Research and Joseph and Annie Research. And it's for the ones just characters. So, and Annie Research established in Madras in September 1916. Yes. What is the? Okay, Tilak was the forerunner of Gandhi. Do you think so? Tilak and Gandhi's approaches were same? Swaraj.
Yes.
Yes. Work with masses.
Yes.
Swadeshi boycott prohibition.
Yes.
Several terms of imprisonment.
Yes.
Similarities comes in your exam. Okay, so we have made it in the slide so that you know it, the similarities. Okay, Tilak and the Gandhis. Bipin Chandrapal, once we discussed it, you just have to write it in short, just the heading. I'm not expecting you to write much. Okay, Bipin Chandrapal, what role did he play? As a journalist. And which newspaper? New India. National education. What is national education used for?
On the basis of freedom.
Used for freedom. Economic reform, which is the first reform we brought to the society. Boy opposition of second. Third. Fourth. Fourth.
If the post to tax rich for national order.
What is indigenous industries? Handicraft industry. Okay. Fifth. Proposed to tax demanded 48 hours a week and increase wages. What is wages? Okay, write it down. First, not writing the main things, the headings. Just the headings. Write down contribution. Contribute your face. Write down the contribution. Not I ask you to write a detail. Okay? Just write down the heading. Contribution. Write down the first person. That's good, right? That's an instant each day. I'll give you time to complete your notes. Take your time. See, I don't give you homework. Just imagine. I always ask you. If you do in the class, right? Faster way. First, Lala Lajpat Rai. Under Lala Lajpat Rai, what all you would write? Go with the textbook.
Education is an course.
No. And under Lala Lajpat Rai, write down number 1, demand for Swaraj. Don't write this, it's just for explaining. Lala Lajpat Rai heading, what happened? Write down Lala Lajpat Rai heading. Okay, sorry, Lala Lajpat Rai, write down the first heading. An educationist, sorry, I said the wrong thing. An educationist and forceful writer. Second, write down a social reformer. And third, write down political work outside India. I'm not asking you to write the details, just the headings. Yes. Educationist and post-school writer, a social reformer, and a political work outside India. That's for Lala Lajpat Rai. See, she, and of course these two girls, she's able to anything. Just take her notes. Our baby has 1-year-old baby. Learning this, that, nowadays. Okay, then after this, just the heading. Why are you writing Simon Commission? Okay, this Bhargava Tilak. Under Bhargava Tilak, write down the headings. Demand for Swaraj, reach nationalism, established home rule league. Three headings. Write a Bhargava. Next class, I will give you notes. You stay. This is Wi-Fi issue. What giants? Both are there. It's okay. She's really cold. Have you written? Get only 8 minutes. You wrote it? Yes. Swaraj, reach nationalism, established home rule league. Okay. The next one. Vipin Chandrapal, 3 headings. Vipin Chandrapal, 3 headings. Namya, one day Namya has to give her notes. And she and these people have to give the notes to everyone. And Namya,
She's like, why am I sitting in the front and writing everything? There are three things: role as a journalist, national education, social and economic reform. Finished? Now what we'll do is when we meet on Tuesday, okay, we will finish these things in the class notes. Okay, and we are finishing personally. Yeah, both are ready for your board exam plan. Wow. See, I didn't ask you to write image. I used to be great. Is the point you? Okay, 5 minutes recap. Hardly wrote anything. How do you back up? Back up your Okay, look over here. She started with growth of nationalism. Oh, okay, so on Tuesday, when you're meeting, guys, on Tuesday, when you're meeting, we will be listening the next chapter. And Muslim League doesn't have much content. Wind up all of them to the class. And you already have so we take excuse me, but girls 5 minutes. No need to do homework and anything. Okay, you concentrate on your while you do this will do in class. It's okay. Yeah. So obviously, how to